This live stream sponsored by Rizzo's. It was a different advert the first time though, like it was a much longer one and it was funnier. It had sort of like sexual euphemisms in it. Well, I interpreted them as sexual euphemisms. I don't know if they were intended as sexual euphemisms. I seem to interpret lots of things as sexual euphemisms that were not intended as sexual euphemisms. I was quite embarrassed last time because I didn't have enough intimidate to intimidate somebody. And I do not know how you could not be intimidated by this magnificent specimen of womanhood. Felix have like a level up. Oh, he's got a giant gun. Oh, hello, Felix. That's a bit sexy. Jesus. I mean, from the side, it looks... Yeah, anyway. Hi, Ellie. I'll be back in a minute. Are you smoking? You're smoking in a hospital. You're a doctor smoking in a hospital. What do you think this is? The 1960s? Jesus. Actually, do you know what? I should... I keep forgetting about the moon helmet. Until I go to the inventory screen. Look at her, she's so cute. Oh my god. Do you know what we could do? We could put them all in moon helmets. We could be the moon helmet gang. But if I give her something that boosts her engineering, will she then boost my engineering more? If I gave her them? Oh my god, Pavati, you have never looked sexier. That is incredible. She's got 2 sets of goggles. Always admire a woman with 2 sets of goggles. It's got spinny blades. It's a bludgeony thing, but it's got spinny blades. Oh, I hope there are things to kill on this planet. There's gonna be things to kill, right? I want things to kill. Especially, preferably things that bleed. I want blood everywhere. So much of it. Why am I wandering over here? I think I just want to get to the edge. This is the shield that shields us from the space outside, and you can walk through it and die. Okay, I feel like that's a design flaw. Jesus, what if you're walking along the edge, checking the perimeter, and you just trip and fall over, and then die in space? Bloody hell. They're not big on health and safety in Halcyon, are they? Flippin' Nora. Oh, I can see red things. Oh, red things means there's things to kill. I want to kill things. Right, can I actually get this lift to come down? Is there a come down lift button? There must be a come down lift button. Otherwise, how do you get the lift to come down? There's a come down lift button. Then there's a go up lift button. Go up lift button. Pavati, you look so sexy in those goggles, darling. Right. Okay. What is there to kill?
And get your bludgeoning objects ready.
Oh, my bludgeoning object is ready, Vicamax. Don't you worry. What is there? Is there a person? Hi! Oh, you bleed. Oh my god! They exploded into giblets! Hey! Oh, he chopped his arm off. Oh, did you lose your arm? Did you lose your arm to my stabby blades? Oh, is that people who want killing?
Here they come.
Oh, it's people who want killing. I love people who want killing. They're my favourite type of people. People who just want me to bludgeon them with my bludgeony blade. I mean, it's called the Silencer, but I feel like it needs a proper name. I'm thinking Lucy suits her. What do you think? Lucy? I like that. Whoops! I blew up a thing. You are now going to be Lucy. Lucy the Bludgeoner. The thing is, if we do a Mass Effect 3 playthrough, I will cry. Several times, probably. That game brings out emotions in me that I didn't know I possessed until I played it for the first time. Honestly, that game changed me as a person. Do you know what? I genuinely mean that. I was a different person coming out of Mass Effect 3 than I was going into Mass Effect 3. Yeah, I had a game like that. A game where you just like, you come out of it and you're like, wow, that was a genuinely life-changing experience. I mean, not majorly life-changing, but you know, slightly life-altering, shall we say. I feel like we haven't managed to get very far away from the unreliable. Am I walking in circles? I might be. Let's just bludgeon these people. I can slow down time! Look at me, Fred! Remembering I've got slow down time abilities. There we go. Isn't it useful being able to slow down time? You look very casual and relaxed, my friend. Ooh, you've got a big gun. Did I hear boopage, says Welsh friend. You did hear boopage. I booped them with my boopage. When a woman wants to boop you, you've got to let her boop you. Otherwise, it's just rude. It's rude to refuse a boop. Oh, there's a thing to loot though, so it wasn't a wasted journey. Imagine if there were just things to loot in real life. Oh my god, that would be amazing. If you could just wander around and find things to loot, that would just be like, oh. I think they call it theft in real life though, so you know. Gets you in trouble, doesn't it? Yeah. Oh, isn't real life boring? Oh, that's stealing. The place is abandoned. Who am I stealing from? I mean, I know there's people wandering around, but you know, I think they've got bigger things to worry about than whether I'm nicking a bypass shunt. Like, hello. That sentence makes no sense. Right, remove the cretins, retrieve the research. Check, right? You want I should handle your Raptidon problem. That doesn't make sense, right? I don't think that makes any sense at all. I am aware that I've left cat cam on. Fuck it. You can look at me. I'm beautiful. Why not? Sorry, I'm just reading the chat. We're talking more about Mass Effect. This is one of those live streams where, like, we're not really interested in the outer worlds at the minute. We're just talking about other things. Catalyst creates an energy wave that supposedly seeks out and destroys self-aware AIs, which is nonsense. Yeah! I thought that! I thought that doesn't make any sense. There's so much about the Mass Effect 3 ending that makes no sense. And you know what I hate? I hate the people who are like who don't like the destroy ending, right? And one of the things they always say is like, oh, but Edie dies, right? But there's a conversation that you have with Edie where she says the Reapers are vile, right? And she's talking about the Reapers and how they deserve to be destroyed, right? And the only way to save Edie in the end is to do the synthesis ending. Well, you could do the control ending, but that's just, you'd have to be a psychopath to do that one. But if you do the synthesis ending, right, and then Edie becomes like half organic or whatever the fuck it is that's meant to happen with like Reaper tech. And I'm always like, the Edie that I was talking to before would rather die than have Reaper tech installed in her. And also the thing that really fucking annoyed me about the synthesis ending is, like, Edie has this whole speech where she sort of goes, oh, I am now alive because I've got whatever the fuck it is in me that they've done that's made me, like, part organic, so now I'm alive. I wasn't really alive before, but now I am. Which, like, completely disregards her entire story arc where she kind of, like, comes to the conclusion that she is alive despite the fact she's an AI and she's not organic. And then, like, the synthesis ending completely undoes that. And it's like, oh no, I wasn't actually alive before. Now I am. Now I've got Reaper gunk glued in me. There's my rant about the synthesis ending. I hate that so much. You were already alive, Edie. You didn't need Reaper gunk. Or whatever the fuck it is that happens in the synthesis ending makes literally no sense at all, does it? It's just a really shit ending. It really is. I wonder why the universe exists. You ever just sit and wonder things like that? Why does existence exist? How did that ever become a thing? Did existence ever not exist? If existence didn't exist, did something else exist before existence? Start thinking about these meta things. Are there other universes? I saw another thing that said when they look at a brain cell under an incredibly powerful microscope, it looks like what astronomers think the universe looks like. Imagine if our entire universe is a single brain cell in someone's head. Just think about that for a second. Oh, scary things, isn't it? Scary things we think. And then I always think things like, when you look at things like, say, a cat, right? Cats are intelligent living creatures with feelings and emotions and personalities, right? But I could sit and explain, say, Pythagoras' theorem to a cat for years and they would never comprehend it because that's just not a thing that a cat can comprehend, right? There will be things that are completely beyond our comprehension, and not just stuff we haven't discovered yet, stuff that our brains physically just cannot comprehend. Isn't that mad to even think about? I think that's just crazy. Also Jericho, so yeah, hi Jericho, you just wandered into a... a philosophical. I don't even know what it was. I'm just killing time until the end of the live stream, to be honest. And then, you know when people say, oh, what if we live in a simulation, right? I mean, on the one hand, alright, fair enough. But if we do live in a simulation, someone had to simulate the simulation. So where are they living? Do they also live in a simulation? Why are we the ones living in a simulation? That's the thing that always bothers me about that, when people say that, oh, we might be living in a simulation. Yeah, but somebody must have simulated the simulation, so there must be a non-simulation somewhere in order for there to be a something that simulated the simulation. But then we simulate simulations, so if we're living in a simulation, what if the person simulating us is also living in a simulation? Is it just simulations among simulation... oh my god, I can't say the word, I've said it too much. In which case, if everything is a simulation, maybe simulations are just reality. So then we're back to living in reality. Depends on how you define reality, really, isn't it? And then, I think myself in circles about this, about how do you define reality? Like, what is actually real? Like, what does... Because it's one of those things where you're sort of like, how do you define what's real and what's not? And on the surface, you think, well, that's obvious. Things that are real, that you can touch and see and feel, are real, right? And everything else is not. But then when you actually think about it, you think it's a lot more complicated than that, because what about, like, things that exist only as an idea? I mean, ideas exist, but they're not tangible. You can't touch them or feel, or, you know, does that mean they're not real? Oh, it blows my mind, because then you start thinking about things like the Celts had a philosophy that a god only exists as long as there are people who believe in it, right? And if nobody believes in that god anymore, the god dies, right? And when you think about it, that's actually quite an intelligent way of looking at it, because if you have a god, let's say, I don't know, Zeus, right? I don't think anybody really believes that Zeus is real anymore, right? But there would have been a period in history where people believed that Zeus was real, right? So technically, in a way, he was real if people believed in him, because whether he was a physical entity existing somewhere or not is kind of neither here nor there, because he had a physical impact on the world. Even if he only existed in people's belief of him, that's still a kind of existence, isn't it? Honestly, this is the kind of shit that just goes through my brain, like when I'm just wandering around the aisles at work, just thinking about the nature of reality. And I'm like, does something have to, like, physically exist as a physical thing in order to exist? Or can believing in something be enough to make it real, in a sense? Because, like, if something has a physical impact on the world, even if it's not physically real, isn't it kind of real enough? Oh man, honestly. It's alright, we've only got 7 minutes left of the live stream. Oh dear, doing the highlights video of this is going to be hilarious, isn't it?